Welcome to TMZ Live. Babcock and Courtney here. Massive developments in the Rob Reiner murder case. His 32-year-old son, Nick Reiner, was in court today for the first time.
Yeah, Nick Reiner showed up to court today. Obviously, yesterday there was that delay regarding his medical clearance. Right. Maybe he had drugs in his system. He had to be medically cleared to show up, so he's aware of the charges. Those charges have now been filed. We talked about them yesterday. It is the 2 counts of first-degree murder with the special circumstances that makes the death penalty
on
available.
The table.
It is on the table. It'll depend on the family's wishes and so forth, but that is available for prosecutors to go for. Now, he was in court, but not a whole lot transpired because his arraignment ended up being continued
until
to January
7th.
So that all that means is his lawyer said, Alan Jackson said, this is too early for a plea, and we're going to kick this down the road. Prosecutors agreed with moving it out to January 7th, so Nick just basically sat there.
Yeah, and he waived his rights for a speedy
trial.
Yeah.
Those are sort of pro forma things that this is going to take a longer time. This is going to be a big case. And
is there a reason why Alan Jackson would do that, or do you think it's still because of medical issues and they're trying to determine all that?
The too early for the plea could be related to sort of the clearance, although he's there. He's there in court, so he was available, but they didn't announce the charges. So that's why people are still thinking, we need to just sort of settle down, let January 7th come, and then we'll have a plea, and I'll start mounting this defense.
You've been an attorney for a long time, Derek. Anything today happen that you would say was out of the ordinary, not standard?
Nothing really surprised me. Waiving the right to a speedy trial just means that this is going to be a big case. It's a high-profile case. You do that because you have a constitutional right to a speedy trial, so you're not just sitting in jail with these charges hanging over you. But OJ, cases like that, those are often waived the speedy trial so you can have a full-blown sort of case.
Yeah, and the judge actually didn't let Nick appear on camera today, but we actually had a field producer that was in court today, and that's Charlie Cotton. Charlie Cotton, how was the courtroom today?
Yeah, it was really interesting being there. It was like pandemonium from a media perspective. Like every station in the world had a camera guy there. I actually got to go inside the courtroom for us, and you can't see Nick on the footage because we were banned. Everyone was banned from showing him. But us there in the courtroom, we saw him. He was dressed in what appeared to be like a dark blue suicide vest, actually. So he had no t-shirt on underneath, and he was all in dark blue, and the top half, looked like a suicide vest. And all he said, he replied, "Yes, Your Honor," when the judge asked if he was down to waive his rights to a speedy trial. But that's all he said. He just looked straight ahead, steely-eyed, being blocked by, as you said, Alan Jackson, a very famous lawyer these days. And it looks like we'll all be back here in a few weeks, January 7th.
Charlie, anybody as far as his brother or his sister, did he have any visible support with him in the courtroom?
No, not to my knowledge. It didn't look like he had any support. It was quite interesting, actually, because the courtroom that he was using is the same sort of courtroom. Everybody else was in and out, too, of that same courtroom to give their pleas. So it was there was a lot of people in there to do their own case who just got at the same time as this huge Nick Reiner case.
Well, that's so bizarre. How about facial expression-wise? Anything happened that, outside of him wearing the suicide smock, anything happened that you found to be notable?
He didn't look too stressed or anything. He just kind of stared right straight ahead, didn't really look around at anyone sort of viewing the trial. He was still, a bit scruffy, like we've seen him in footage from the last few days. But as I say, just dressed all in blue, with what looked like a suicide vest.
That had to be something to be in court today. Well, thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Yeah, again, like you said, Court, they would not allow him to be seen on camera, so nobody is going to see him unless you were physically in the courtroom, which obviously Charlie Cotton was there.
Yeah.
Now, the
family actually gave us.
Speaking of the family.
Speaking of the family actually released their very first statement.
They did. So here, I'll read you some of this here. If you want it in its entirety, go to the TMZ website. So this is Jake and Rami. These are brother and sister, right?
Yes.
Here's what they said. The horrific and devastating loss of our parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, is something that no one should ever experience. They weren't just our parents. They were our best friends. They continued. We now ask for respect and privacy, for speculation to be tempered with compassion and humanity, and for our parents to be remembered for the incredible lives they lived and the love that they gave.
I mean, it's the best statement that you can give. It's just
Yeah.
devastating that they even had to put that out. But you do want to remember both of Michelle and Rob's legacy and not just the tragic way that
I
they
think
died.
in these situations that obviously it's the horrific crime that gets talked about so much, and you sometimes forget about the actual victims of the crime. It's horrible, and I can't even imagine what they're going through. It's like bad enough your parents are not here anymore. They're killed in this terrible, violent way.
By your brother.
Oh, you're right. Allegedly by the brother.
I thought what was interesting about this statement is, these are from the other two siblings, right? And they didn't mention one thing about their brother Nick in there. They also released this statement to us exclusively while he was in court. Wow. So it was a very powerful move on their end. Yeah. By the way, some of the Reiner's closest friends released a statement as well. It was a joint statement between Billy Crystal, Larry David, Martin Short, and many more, basically touching on what an amazing legacy Rob Reiner had and just how he was an incredible director with such a wide range of movies and how they'll never forget him and there'll never be another person like him.
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld even came up with his own statement being like, I would not be where I am if it wasn't for Rob. No one wanted to do Seinfeld and he saw something in it and I have my whole entire career to thank for him. He just touched so many lives.
I think that you can see how beloved people were and what kind of people they were outside of their public persona by, the kind of the love that people have come out and showed since this happened. I mean, Billy Crystal, we showed you those pictures from Sunday night, right, where he was literally on the scene looking like he was about to burst into tears. And I know we did a story a few days ago that one of the first calls that Rami made was to Billy Crystal, and Billy actually went to the scene and was there before they even took the bodies away.
Yeah. So, well, as each day, we keep getting more and more details of the timeline of what exactly happened. Yeah. And we've actually had surveillance cameras and hotel footage.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I spoke to a law enforcement source and a couple other sources. Remember we had talked the other day about this hotel that police honed in on over in Santa Monica, which really isn't a far ride from the Brentwood house where they were murdered. Yep. So we know for a fact that at 4:15 a.m. on Sunday morning, before they were found dead, we know that Nick checked into this hotel in Santa Monica. It's not far from the pier. It's in a very busy area.
No, it's right there, yes.
He checks into the hotel. The staff at the hotel believes he took an Uber to the hotel. Checks into the hotel. We talked about he covered the window, all of that. He then leaves the hotel at some point. We don't know what time yet. Now we know that on Monday morning at 1 a.m., a detective from LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division, which as we know, handles all the high-profile cases in this town. The detective shows up at the hotel. They obtain all of this evidence. They want to go to the room. A hotel employee takes them to room 207. That's where Nick was staying.
Yeah, they blocked off all of level 2 of the hotel.
All of level 2 of the hotel is now closed off. You cannot stay on that floor. You cannot stay in the room that Nick stayed in. It's now part of the investigation with law enforcement. We also know, which is kind of interesting, is before he went to the room, the hotel doesn't offer room service. Okay. However, you can go to the front desk and buy, snacks and drinks and all of that. He bought four Heineken beer.
Yeah, that's not alcoholic.
Right. They're non-alcoholic. Now, the hotel employees that we spoke to said that he seemed to be under the influence of a substance when he showed up at the hotel.
Yeah, they said he was a little bit tweaked out.
Stimulated, yeah. So the question now is, did he know that he took beer that was non-alcoholic? Did he think it was alcoholic? And was he trying to calm himself with what he thought was alcohol before he went and killed his parents? So there's still a lot of questions, but this is getting us more answers now that we know these very granular details. We still don't know what time he checked out of the room, but as we told you guys the other day, we know that a housekeeper entered the room late Sunday morning, found evidence of blood on the bed sheets, found evidence of blood in the shower. That was all cleaned before LAPD arrived. So it might complicate the investigation for law enforcement.
There's no thought, Brendan, that he could have committed these murders before he checked into the hotel at 4 a.m.
The reason we do not believe that, and the reason hotel staff doesn't believe that, is because when he showed up at the hotel, the workers that we have spoken to said he didn't show any sign of blood on him. He kills 2 people. He's got to be covered in blood.
And then later the room is covered.
He's got to be distressed. The crime scene was.
He wasn't appearing like that. So that's why we firmly believe that it happened after he checked into the hotel and then he left and went back to work.
Well, there's actually also new surveillance video of him at a gas station where he's also buying another drink. We don't know what the drink is, but that was shortly right before that he was arrested.
And in this video, you see him in the gas station. He's in there walking around. It appears he buys a drink. He then walks out of the gas station, and that's when law enforcement moves in and apprehends him.
Yeah, and apparently did not fight, did not try and flee, was taken into custody
you see his
without
hands
incident.
go up right away.
Right away.
I still can't even imagine having to go through that as a daughter.
Yeah. I mean, here's what I'll say. The information at first was coming in slow. A lot of things have happened very quick here, and obviously this is something that
you guys are still working on constantly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Julie from New Brunswick, Canada. I agree. Everything's coming in so quick right now. And I think the biggest thing going on right now is people are looking for signs that he wasn't well when it's mental health. Like, he was in and out of drug rehab facilities. We don't know if this was drug related or mental health. And people have this kind of stigmatism that we should be able to see somebody acting or looking crazy when they have mental health issues. And he didn't. Like, we didn't see anything when he came into the hotel. Like, was he on something, or was it a mental break that he had? I mean, it had to be something for him to be able to do this to his family.
Yeah, I think that's the question. Why? Why, right? They had problems for 15 plus years. Why did this allegedly happen on Sunday? That's the question.
Coming up.
Police have closed the investigation into the alleged drugging of actress Tara Reid. She clearly believed that she was drugged. She files a police report, and because of that, police did an investigation. Well, they're not saying she's lying in court, but it's just like the evidence isn't there.
The evidence isn't there, so they have to close it.
Be right back.
Police have closed the investigation into the alleged drugging of actress Tara Reid. Now, remember, this is a story that we covered extensively.
Yep, back in November.
Right, late November, in a suburb of Chicago, Rosemont, to be precise. Tara Reid was at a hotel and hanging out at the bar. And
she says that she went out for a smoke and that she left her glass of wine there. And when she came back, a napkin was covering it, but she didn't put the napkin there. She proceeded to drink it and said that she
she had this medical emergency. And look, and she was clearly in distress. The paramedics come, they rush her off to the hospital. And
she says that the hospital told her that she was drugged, but when we interviewed her, she said that she was never actually tested. That's just what the hospital staff was telling her.
Right. So she clearly believed that she was drugged. She files a police report, and because of that, police did an investigation. Well, they're not saying she's lying in court, but they're saying,
no, they actually gave us a statement, and they say that we are not saying that Tara's claims are false. However, at this time, we do not have evidence to support it, and there is nothing further on our end to investigate.
So, I mean, there it is, very, very clear. Again, not saying she's lying or making this up. It's just like the evidence isn't there.
The evidence isn't there, so they have to close it.
And so when I spoke to Rosemont Police, they told me, too, that they had reached out to the hospital in order to obtain these tests that they believed were taken. And kind of like you guys mentioned, Tara said that she was tested. She was also trying to get the test results herself, but police have confirmed no tests were ever taken. So without that, they have no other evidence to prove a crime. And remember, there was a guy at the bar that Tara kind of alleged that he might have been behind this, this alleged drugging.
Right.
We spoke to him. He said, I didn't even know she was really having a drink. However, when we obtained the surveillance footage, it did show her having at least 3 glasses of wine, to which Tara said, look, I knew I had one. I don't remember anything after that. So it was just like a bunch of confusion. Yes, it was very terrifying.
I mean,
She was having the medical
loud,
it was
yelling.
so scary.
Clearly something was wrong. It seems crazy to me that she was not drug tested at the hospital, that they wouldn't take her blood and test it.
Because the way that we saw how she was in the medical emergency videos that we had, she looked out of it. And so I feel like if someone's coming into a hospital like that, just really in distress and inebriated, that they would probably figure out what's going on in order to treat you.
Right, and abundance of caution. It makes
Has the hospital confirmed that she went there?
No, not to us, but the police did reach out to the hospital to get tests, which they said none.
Right, and clearly we saw her on the gurney and all that being taken away. So I believe her. I take her at her word that she was at the hospital. It's very strange.
It's very strange.
Situation.
This is Vic from Chicago. I mean, it's pretty scary for her waking up in a hospital with no memory of the night. That's pretty scary, but they reviewed the evidence. There's no sign of anyone slipping anything into her drink. There's no video, so unfortunately they've hit a dead end. So without evidence, not much you can do, but hope for the best for her.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
All you can do is hope for the
what
best
more
for
can you do? I think because it got so much attention, this story, that they really put it, it was a pretty thorough investigation, I would say, right? But ultimately didn't find anything. What can you do? Martha Stewart is answering the age-old question. When do you take down your Christmas tree?
Because it's usually no later than January 6th.
Right. It's a hotly debated topic.
It really is.
Right. When do you take it down? A lot of people keep it up for what I think is too long. She is the queen of decorating,
Yes,
right? And
queen
she
of
knows,
decor, baby.
Right. So she is the definitive source that can clear up this confusion. We actually saw Martha Stewart this week in New York City. She was heading in to do Jimmy Fallon's show. On the way in, we asked her that very question. I could not disagree more with her, though. Watch this.
Martha, we gotta ask, how long is an appropriate time to keep up your Christmas decoration? Forever. Forever? I love that. What are you doing for the holidays?
We're having a wonderful family time.
That is a wild answer. Forever? You cannot leave up your decor forever. I don't care.
The issue about forever is like there are other holidays. Like Christmas is the best holiday,
Yeah.
but like go through February and then I guess like Valentine's Day counts as a holiday.
Right.
So then you can start celebrating other things. But
Yeah.
I think like February 1st, it's gotta be gone.
You're like barbecuing
You're
like
gonna
July
leave
4th.
it
You got
up
your
all
tree
of
up.
January?
Yeah, probably. Like January's pretty depressing. So like I want something to make me happy.
That is a wild.
Is she? Hold on. And she is pushing for artificial trees too, because you're not keeping a real tree up.
No, you
Or you're
can't.
gonna, you'll have
Who buys
branches.
real trees?
Oh my God, it would
I
just
get
be
a real
I've
tree.
literally never had a
I
real
like
tree in my
Clark
life.
Griswold.
never had
I
a
like
real
Clark
tree?
Griswold. That sucker.
I can't live like that.
But the smell
My
is
dog peed on my
stunning.
fake tree this morning. So imagine if I had a real tree.
Then it would water it. You don't even have to water
I
it.
think that would like dehydrate it.
Yeah.
But I do think
don't know much
I'll
about
try it with my
the
my
one
real tree
Christmas
this year.
thing we need all year round is Christmas cookies. I can eat Christmas cookies
All right.
all year
Now
round.
that's
Christmas
not
cookie?
controversial.
What's a Christmas cookie?
Yeah, what is a Christmas cookie?
Cookies that are specifically baked for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got these like.
What? That doesn't answer.
I've got this little like gun thing that makes like Christmas tree
You can
shape.
have like peppermint cookies, gingerbread cookies, like
Okay.
Yeah.
different sugar cookies.
Yeah.
But sugar cookies that are shaped like a reindeer taste a lot different than like a round sugar cookie.
It makes it taste better when they're like a Christmas
Absolutely.
shape.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. So.
So confused.
I'm glad you're on board, Beth.
Right. Oh yeah. So with the cookies, I'm there. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, keep your fake tree up forever. I guess. Now, when
During the Jimmy
Yeah.
Fallon interview, Martha told us about quite an experience she had at the Knicks game.
Here you are sitting courtside.
Oh, you found it.
Yes.
See those open-toed shoes?
Yes. Talk to me.
Never, ever wear open-toed shoes to a game like that when you're sitting on the floor.
Tell me what happened.
Because Jalen, who's now like super duper, I mean, isn't he doing really well
He's
this
the best
year?
player in the
Oh,
NBA. Yeah, he's crushing.
He is so great.
He is.
So Jalen Brunson, I have the Brunson fracture. He stepped on my big toe in this way. That's why I'm wearing open-toed shoes, because it's the only kind of shoes I can wear now. Because I can't wear.
He stepped on and he broke your toe?
He broke my toe.
Have you got to speak to him and tell him?
I told his parents. I met his parents.
How is she going to rat him out to his parents?
His
That's a
parents,
bold
by the way,
move.
his dad is a Knicks coach. He's an assistant coach on the team. So these are rich people problems. So like sitting courtside and get your
He
toe
probably
broken.
sent her like a nice like bouquet of flowers or something
She
to
also, like,
apologize.
she also got him in her lap. Like, I would love to get a basketball
I would
player
take
in
a
my lap.
broken toe to get him in my lap.
If Rui
for
could land
sure.
in my lap, absolutely.
Hey, I'm Christiana from Atlanta, and I am going to have to disagree with Martha Stewart. I do think forever is an unacceptable amount of time to keep your Christmas tree up. Honestly, no later than December 31st.
Wow, you're quick.
Oh, you're cutting it
We're not even
short.
seeing the new year with the tree.
Out with the old, in with the new. So
right.
December 31st, drop dead date.
Well, you miss are the new queen of decorating.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart, done.
Coming up.
Even if you don't recognize the name of our next guest, you will absolutely recognize her face because she is all over the place. And what she is now doing, which she is going to explain, is absolutely incredible. I mean, raising a tremendous amount of money, Courtney, and helping so many people.
families.
Yeah.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
Phoebe Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too. Did you just say, look at the water?
I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at.
Even if you don't recognize the name of our next guest, you will absolutely recognize her face because she is all over the place. And what she is now doing, which she is going to explain, is absolutely incredible. I mean, raising a tremendous amount of money, Courtney, and helping so many people.
families.
Yeah. Milana Vayntrub, of course, you will have recognized from her
AT&T commercials.
campaign. She is now doing incredible things. Milana, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, nice to meet you.
If
Hi, thanks for having me.
Of course, if people haven't heard about the incredible amounts of money that you are raising for a number of different people in need across the country, people who have been affected by these horrible fires in LA, can you explain, because it's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm specifically fundraising for the people in Altadena. Earlier this year, when our city was impacted by the fires, I was doing all sorts of things that everyone in our city was doing. I was, donating food and helping hands, things, clothes, whatever we could do. And as I was meeting people, I realized that what they really needed was money. I specifically met this one woman, this mother of 3. Her youngest had cerebral palsy. She was living on Section 8 housing, so she was renting her place in Altadena. Wow. She heard about the fires coming. She heard about an electrical issue, so she left her house to go get a cooler, and by the time she came back, she didn't have time to pick up her house and her medical equipment and all of the things she needs to keep her house afloat. So I was like, man, if I could just pay this woman's rent. She was hopping with her 3 children from hotel room to hotel room. So I was like, what if I could raise like 60 grand? Just to cover her rent.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And so what I did was I thought about, what do I have to offer, as we all were thinking at this time of crisis, like, how do we help? And what I have is this amazing following. And what they wanted were pictures of me, and I could give those to them for, pretty easy.
Yeah, just some sexy flirty photos.
Yeah, why not? And you know what? Like, I actually really enjoy being sexy. I think there's an opportunity for me to be playful and be silly and be fun. And in exchange, I asked these people, my followers, people who have been paying attention to my career for years, to make a contribution to this woman's GoFundMe. And if they sent me proof, I would send them back photos. If they donated $69, I would send them 1 photo, and just $69 because it's a funny number.
Yeah.
And then 3 photos, and then for $1,000, I would send them 5 photos.
Oh, wow.
And within 4 days, we raised over $170,000 for this woman.
No,
that is amazing.
You're kidding.
Double your goal. That is
so you set out to raise some rent money, and you raised
way more.
Wow.
Yeah, and so she was able to replace her car. She was able to relocate. She was able to get the medical equipment she needed for her son, who's pictured right there. And so then I was like, oh, I think I have a good idea.
Yeah,
and I think
it's a great idea.
I have to do this again. And so I did it again this summer. And I thought, I would really love to contribute to people who have been impacted by the fire, who also happen to be either disabled or elderly or underinsured. Because I'm sure, as you guys have also heard, there are plenty of people whose insurance is not showing up for them right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I ended up, again, doing it again, another photo shoot. This one was kind of birds and the bees themed. It was in a field. It was very springy.
How do you
and
come
fun.
up with the themes?
Just friends chatting.
I know. I'm I'm
Just
trying to think of what
bits,
your next thing can be.
It's working.
I know.
The first $69 thing came from a friend where I was like, I'm going to try to raise $60 for her. And he was like, well, why not raise $69,000? And I was like,
so
all right.
He's like, just go 9 up. They're still going to pay for it.
Have a lot of people went for the $1,000 package?
Yeah, over 100 people went for the $1,000 package.
Oh my God.
So now this, like you said, is an absolutely brilliant idea. Clearly, the proof's in the pudding. Have you talked to, you've got celebrity friends. Have you talked to other people and said, hey, this is a pretty good idea. Let's all do this.
Actually, that's why I've called this meeting.
Nice.
I'm hoping you guys will reach out to your celebrity friends.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anybody else lined up, but I would love to have somebody else lined up. I'd love to have many people lined up. I feel like this is such a great way to use our platform and to exchange this interaction that we often have to give away for free, but use it to create real impact.
It's just such a smart, easy idea,
brilliant.
and you just launched it, and it works so well. I still can't believe $170,000 in 4 days. That's wild.
What's been the reaction of the people you've helped? I can only imagine they've been blown away.
It's been wild. We went to the ceremony, so we ended up doing the second campaign, raised over $350,000 for that, and contributed a majority of it to My Tribe Rise, as you see pictured here. And then they gave away grants with that money of $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 to people. And at this ceremony, they were incredibly grateful to have found Heavenly, who is the woman who runs My Tribe Rise. And I feel the same. I feel like really what this is doing for me is connecting me to other people who are doing incredible work. And if I could just be a funnel to give them some money so that they can continue doing the work in their community, then that's all I want to do.
All right, what's the plan going forward here? Is there another cause that you're going to tackle next, or is it there are no shortage of fire victims, clearly, so plenty of people still need help. What's the next cause?
I think it's really about bringing on the creator and seeing what matters to them.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I'm from LA. My heart is in LA, so I always want to be of service to my city. I think, when we bring on the next person who wants to do this, we'll see what matters to them. But for me, it's always been about, let's talk about LGBT rights. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about animal shelters. Let's talk about women's centers. Let's talk about the environment. So there are
tons of
no shortage of places that need our help.
And Milana, it's onlyphilanthropy.com if people wish to go and help.
Go and sign up for the newsletter. There's not a campaign running right now. Sorry, boys. But
darn.
But go to the website, sign up for the newsletter, follow us on Instagram at onlyphilanthropy, and you'll be the first to know about our next campaign.
Over $500,000. Absolutely incredible.
It's just
Congratulations on all you've done.
Thanks so much,
Yeah.
guys.
It was so nice meeting you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
That's awesome. Congratulations. That's great.
Coming up.
For as long as Donald Trump has been in the spotlight, and we really know basically nothing about Melania Trump. I think that's all about to change. Now, Melania Trump has a new documentary that is going to come out in January. Today, though, the trailer dropped for the very first time.
Be right back.
For as long as Donald Trump has been in the spotlight, and for as much as he is in the spotlight, we really know basically nothing about Melania Trump.
No, we never
lady.
get to see anything really about her
She
behind
always
the scenes.
hangs in the back, and you just really don't see too much of her. But
no,
I think that's
she's hiding with the big hat over her face.
Right. Until now, Courtney. Because I think that's all about to change. Now, Melania Trump has a new documentary that is going to come out in January.
Yeah, directed by Brett Reiner.
Right, which we're going to get into in just a second here, because there actually could be a bit of a Rush Hour tie into this. But directed by Brett Ratner, movie comes out in January. Today, though, the trailer dropped for the very first time.
Here we go again. Beautiful. Together with like-minded leaders, we have a voice. Is it safe?
It is safe.
Everyone wants to know. So here it is. Hi, Mr. President. Congratulations.
Did you watch it?
I did not. Yeah, I will see it on the news.
Oh my God, I love that. We don't know what she didn't watch, but I'm so wondering
I think I've got an idea, though, because she calls him Mr. President. I don't think she would have called him that. I think that was right after he won the election.
Really?
That would be my guess. But
she clearly watched it if she's calling him Mr. President, or she got the
she knew
text.
He won. I'm sure somebody said, hey, you're the first lady. You're about to be the first lady.
Election night is a long night.
Right. So I think I'm really curious to see the reaction when it ultimately does drop next month. But I think we're going to see a side of Melania Trump that we have never seen before.
No, and like we said, this is also such a big deal because Brett is directing it. This is really his first time directing a movie again since he was canceled back during the Me Too movement.
Yeah, right. This is a huge deal, as a matter of fact.
Why is it significant, Brian?
Well, Brett Ratner in the 90s and early 2000s was a huge deal in this town.
Right.
I mean, the 3 Rush Hour films, he did an X-Men film. I mean, he just was the guy to go to.
Right. I noticed something. You said Rush Hour. I remember a few months ago.
He did.
Trump.
And I'm just getting to that is that, all of a sudden our president wants a 4th Rush Hour, demands it, and just so do the fans. And it turns out we're getting one. Right. David Allison is got close ties, friendship to Trump, and Paramount has the rights apparently to Rush Hour, and we're getting another Rush Hour. So there you go.
That's exciting.
It's fascinating because Look, Rush Hour was a massively successful franchise, but we have not talked about Rush Hour being made in years.
No.
And now all of a sudden, Donald Trump says, "Hey,
Brett's doing this documentary about them." It
gives
looks like
Brett Ratner some work after years of being out of work and canceled.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting. Brett Ratner's been pretty quiet on social media for quite some time, and now he's just sharing clips right and left of Rush Hour. I mean, he's super pumped for it. The fans are super pumped for it. And hey, what the president wants, the president gets.
Apparently.
You know what I am interested in seeing? Because like it was filmed in Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Trump Towers. In every scene, you can tell what Trump Tower is because it's just all gold.
Right. If it's
all
gold, you
everywhere.
know. Yeah. You know what I'm also interested in? You could hear her seemingly ask one of the Secret Service agents if it was safe. I think you're going to probably see a lot of, you know, with the attempted assassinations and all of the things that were happening behind the scenes. That could really be interesting. Forget if you like Melania or not. Just to see a president under threat the way they were.
Well, and just behind the scenes like this, I really am fascinated to see this movie.
I'm Maya. I'm from Tennessee, and I did watch the trailer. I was surprised, but only because I've literally never heard her voice, and she's been First Lady twice. So this was very surprising. And then the first couple of seconds, she mentioned something about being a peacemaker. I don't have high expectations. I'm not going to lie, guys. Only because, well, I haven't known peace since that man took office. So I would like to see what it's about.
I feel like Barron can create more peace with Donald Trump and other people than Melania at this point.
Yeah.
But this looks fascinating.
Right.
And I want to see behind the scenes of what it's like leading up to the election and everything. It's awesome.
Me too.
Two of my favorite things collided this past weekend, the TMZ brunch bus and Housewives. I was so jealous I couldn't be there for this, but Vicki Gunvalson, the OG of the OC, and Tamra Judge of Orange County 2 hosted the TMZ brunch bus, and everyone loved it. It looked like it was so much fun.
The only thing missing was you. Truly.
I know. I know. You guys texted me, and I was like, I already have plans. I'm so bummed.
It was like a Christmas miracle that this happened. It was a Christmas miracle. If you were on the bus, you were treated like royalty because you were being hosted by royalty.
Right.
Yeah. These women. Don't look at me like you don't believe me.
No, we're going to show video. I've seen the video. I absolutely believe you because it was clear everyone was having a blast.
Yes.
You're nice. He's naughty.
How do you guys feel about the burritos? Good? Hell yeah. Thank you.
Oh my God, your outfits. I'm sorry. Did I see that you guys also got burritos this time?
Yeah, because when West Hollywood found out that these women were coming and doing this TMZ brunch crawl, they gave us everything and more. Shots, but also breakfast burritos. Here you go. Mimosas. Here you go. Drag performance. Here you go. And they actually planned it. I think they sent out an email to all of West Hollywood that Tamra
it was just
that you were in town.
Right. The housewives are here. The housewives are here.
The masses were there, and they dressed up as Tamra and Vicki and did pretended to be them and had oranges, and they juiced the oranges, and orange juice came out. Yeah. It was a Real Housewives fever dream.
I love that they gave them
looks
oranges.
amazing.
Do you get the oranges?
No, not at all. I have no idea.
Because they're Orange County Housewives, their title opening card, they're all holding oranges. That's why.
It looked amazing. It
looked
really
so
did.
good. They got free hats. Their outfits are so cute.
They brought everyone Santa hats.
That's so cool.
Nice. They gave me one that said naughty.
No. Oh, is that why she was like, you're nice, you're naughty? She was handing them out.
Like, you naughty.
Oh, my. Yeah, so you guys hit up the Saddle Ranch where they rode the bulls?
Yeah, we started at Beaches WeHo, then we went to the Saddle Ranch. They didn't want to ride the bull because they didn't want to.
Oh, they're in dresses, too.
And veneers and stuff like that.
Veneers, you got to be careful with the veneers, actually.
And then the grand finale was the Abbey, where they have a stage ready, and the masses were just there waiting on them. Everybody knew there's a sign that said RHOC.
Oh my God, I love it.
No way.
What an incredible collaboration. I still feel like that day was a dream.
I know.
It was that cool. It was that much fun.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And shout out to Vicki and Tamra for being the OGs.
Coming up.
Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't like to watch his own movies.
That is insane to me because they're all incredible.
Have you rewatched Titanic?
No.
Oh, you should.
I haven't seen it.
I bet you could watch it as a movie now. And it's so good.
Be right back.
Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't like to watch his own movies.
That is insane to me because they're all incredible.
Right. I was so shocked by this, Courtney. Leo was sitting down with Jennifer Lawrence. They were doing this actors on actors thing where they sort of have like a cool conversation with each other and talk about their careers. And the topic turned to Titanic. Titanic came out in 1997, of course. One of the
biggest movies and won Best Picture that year.
Won Best Picture. Everybody has seen Titanic, I think, a lot of times. Well, except for the guy who started it.
Did you pass on Boogie Nights?
It was a hybrid of that. Like there was Titanic and then there was Boogie Nights and they kind of overlapped. Maybe it could have worked out.
Have you rewatched Titanic?
No.
Oh, you should.
I haven't seen it.
I bet you could like watch it as a movie now. And it's so good.
I don't really watch, maybe I do. Some movies I've watched. You watch your movies a lot?
No, I've never made something like Titanic. But if I did, I would watch it.
But I mean, when was the last time you did that?
Oh, I was drunk and I was like, I wonder if I'm good at acting. And I put on American Hustle. And I don't remember what the answer was.
That is funny.
I love that he says, maybe I do. So you can clearly tell he like probably doesn't watch anything ever. And it's so strange.
Well, I feel like it's just kind of weird to like perceive yourself sometimes. And also like as the actor, it's like, it's not like us like being able to get lost in the story.
Yeah.
It's like the actor knows like, oh, well, between this take, I like stubbed my toe or I ate a
but you do so many different takes and they film over 4 months. Don't you want to see it all put together and how it
maybe like once the first time, but then like
but it doesn't even sound like he does that. Is he just like too good of an actor, has been doing it too long, he's like bored by it?
I think a lot of people find it hard to watch themselves. I get it if you made like a bomb. If the movie sucks, okay, fine. Like don't remind me that I did that. But when he has been a part of so many great movies. I am really genuinely surprised that he does not watch himself. I mean,
no, and I'm surprised that Jennifer Lawrence doesn't either because she doesn't seem like she would be like critical on herself like that much. If she was, I feel like she would laugh about it.
Did she say she didn't remember what? She said she was drunk.
She said she
watched
was
the movie.
drunk and she couldn't remember.
I want to know if she thinks she can act or not. Great movie.
That was a great movie. So just know you are an incredible actress.
Hi guys, I'm Elle from Atlanta, and to be honest, I'm Leo stating that he doesn't rewatch the Titanic. It kind of makes total sense because the movie is kind of like trauma, not nostalgia, and rewatching can feel like reopening a chapter you've already closed. So, especially if the role took a real emotional or physical toll on you. So, if it were me, maybe I'll watch it 3 times max, but I will be like, no. When you kind of look at it, fans, they watch for nostalgia while the actor remembers the work. So for that, sometimes that's enough.
Yeah.
I like it. Good theory.
I do. I also will say Leo's movies tend to be super long too. So maybe like that's why he doesn't. Killers of the Flower Moon was over 3 hours long.
Right. They're all like
incredible
3+
movie.
The Departed,
book was.
They're all super long.
They're all super long because they're all so good. They probably
nobody
can't cut
got
from the
time
scene.
for that. Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that. You're wild.
Coming up.
Rihanna got a little bit too excited at this Mariah Carey residency. It's the Christmas time in Las Vegas residency.
She was standing on a chair during the performance dancing.
Somebody behind Rihanna did not appreciate that.
Be right back.
Rihanna got a little bit too excited at the Mariah.
I understand it.
I do too. Now, we had showed you some video the other day about Rihanna, who was absolutely having a blast at this Mariah Carey residency. It's the Christmas time in Las Vegas residency. It's at Park MGM in Vegas. This was the final night, right? Last show. And well, Rihanna, a little too excited.
Yeah, she was standing on a chair during the performance dancing.
Somebody behind Rihanna did not appreciate that. And well, there were some words exchanged.
She got too caught up in the. She like couldn't control herself even got too excited.
That person should be kicked out immediately.
No,
Rihanna can do whatever
way.
she wants. And if you don't want to stand up and start dancing on your chair when you hear that, then something's wrong with you.
You can't have all these people standing on your chairs.
You can't hear Rihanna
upset.
singing. All you see is her blocking the view of the money that I want to see Mariah to.
Then sit
but
you know what? Up and you'll see.
This is my thing. This is the issue why I love concerts. I'll go to a concert by myself. I'll go with friends. But the thing is, you can never buy floor seats because no matter what,
someone's
if
gonna
you
be taller.
stand up, someone is going to be taller than you.
Right.
So you have to get level one. You're like where you're close to the floor, but you're not on the floor. So you're elevated right above those people so you can see everything. Because you, at the end of the day, you can't get mad because what if like someone like Wemby is at the concert and he's in row 2
That'd be super unfortunate.
and you're in row 4? It doesn't matter what he's standing up, so it doesn't matter. You just gotta buy level one.
What an intense choice to say. Like,
I think of somebody
we went
really
straight for the
tall,
7'5" guy.
What do you do? Like, because that's whenever I go to a concert and I see the people on the floor, I'm thinking like, okay, especially the ones that are on like floor row 25.
Way in the back.
For what? You can't see
and
anything.
those tickets are so expensive.
But I also love that Rihanna was trying to get Mariah's attention. Like,
I do love that.
It's so cute.
I do too. And she didn't get mad.
It's Jamil back reporting live in Texas. I feel like Rihanna crashing out at Mariah Carey's concert, she already told the world that she loves a rude boy. Come in, rude boy, till you get enough. So maybe Rihanna is letting people know that she could be a rude girl. But I think that this works in her favor because it humanizes her. A lot of people think that celebrities can't be human. They can't be fans of someone. So, but the only problem is, it's like going to a movie and somebody's being loud when you're trying to enjoy the film. It's pure survival.
Right.
I know. I like your take and I like your tree.
Yeah. Right. Keep it up forever. No problem.
What else do you guys want to talk about?
Hi, this is Barb from Connecticut, and I wanted to talk about Martha Stewart's Christmas decorations and how she said she should keep them up all year. I personally, after New Year's, I'm done. I like to get started early. I love Christmas so much, but I go in early, and then after New Year's, I'm done. And I think everybody should stop by February 1st. Hard stop.
What's up with the February 1st, though?
Is that
That's still so late.
It is.
I know. But your decorations are gorgeous.
Yeah, looking good.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Coming up.
Justin Bieber, he's a big rap fan. He might make pop music, but the guy likes to rap.
Yes, he does.
Well, if you ever wanted to hear him take on one of Dr. Dre's classic songs, Court, forgot about Dre, I actually think you're going to be pretty impressed by how good Justin is.
Be right back.
Justin Bieber, he's a big rap fan. He might make pop music, but the guy likes to rap.
Yes, he does.
Well, if you ever wanted to hear him take on one of Dr. Dre's classic songs, Court, forgot about Dre.
It's Eminem, too.
We've Eminem song, too. We've got a treat for you. I actually think you're going to be pretty impressed by how good Justin is. Take a look.
What do you say to somebody you hate or anyone trying to bring trouble your way? All day with a study you wait and a study you take the BMW way. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on and I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye, strangle him off in the parking lot.
Okay,
he has the lyrics.
It's hard of me trying to park a Dodge, but I'm drunk as...
I still think Eminem does it better.
Well, no kidding.
To me, like he's usually good at everything, but just Eminem's tone, his persona.
Right.
I feel like Justin Bieber wanted to be Eminem. But it's like you're never gonna be Eminem.
And you're right. I was crazy for not saying Eminem because that's his actual verse.
Yes.
I thought that was pretty darn good. Yes, Eminem is better though. I agree.
Yeah. See you guys tomorrow.